Guys, and welcome to Talks with Eda Rosa. Today I'm going to go over 3 tips on managing your caseload. This is a big one. I get it a lot, especially when I'm doing my paralegal coaching. Um, Obviously, on one-on-one sessions, it's a little more personable. We can create processes and efficiencies to kind of really tailor it to your needs. So these 3 tips are going to be very general, but also useful. And of course, if you want anything more specific to your certain circumstances, then obviously reach out to me and we can go over those. So the first one's going to be communication. I know, right? Shocker. Yeah, communication's key, guys. It's key with anything that you do in life, and especially in the legal industry. That's literally all we do. We communicate verbally, through writing, through now we have these fancy little text messages between the clients and internal processes and colleagues. And now that we're virtual, everything's pretty much in writing and communication driven. So yeah, communication. And this is communication with your colleagues, with the clients, with your coworkers. I mean, you have to remember there's no I in team. So in order for the case to be successful, everybody on that team, even if it's just the paralegal and the attorney, have to be on the same page and really all work together so that you guys can get the best outcome, right? You have to put your best efforts onto these cases so that the cases can really get the best outcome and the client can, get the representation that they hired you for. So definitely communicating throughout the entire team, even if it's 2 people, um, you got to do it. You gotta focus on that. The second one is, I can't stress this enough. Remember that we are human. Yes, I'm going to say that again. Remember that we are human. We all have internal battles. We all have issues that we're trying to figure out. We have to be the better person. And I know I'm sounding like a mom, literally, because I am one, but my mom tells me this all the time. Eda, you have to be the better person. And this is so true because you always have to stay professional. You always have to stay polite, regardless of the situation, right? So by remembering that the client and your colleagues and your coworkers and everybody are human and that they're going through things, that can kind of alleviate the miscommunications, right? The not being on the same page, the other little things that hinder you from managing your caseload, the constant back and forth on the emails or text messaging or whatever it is, by remembering and taking that pause and being like, yeah, they're probably going through something. This is probably why we're not like getting on the same page here. Maybe I should leave this for like maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow will be a better time. If you don't have until tomorrow, if you don't have another hour, pick up the phone, have a conversation. Hey, I'm sure you're going, I'm not sure if there's something wrong or, if there's something I can help you with, but we really need to get this done and it needs to be today. Is there something that we can do to expedite it or work together in order to accomplish this? Because we all know that the deadline is today. Okay? Remember that. Now, last but certainly not least, know when it's time to move on. And I don't mean like leave the job and go to another job. I mean, sure, if that's, you know, if you're not being treated with respect and you're not being provided with the opportunities and the tools to succeed and to really reach that legal and personal growth and that environment that you desire, then by all means, for sure, move on to another job. But like, let's say you have this one case that's just killing you and you just can't seem to figure it out. You can't find the case law necessary. You're having an issue tracking down a witness, whatever the case may be, take a break from it. Take a pause, go on to another caseload, go on to something else, And then when you get back and you look at it with fresh new eyes, you may be able to figure it out. Maybe something new will pop up. But it's kind of like that when you're in that constant, like, oh God, I gotta do this. Oh God, okay. You're not gonna see it, right? It's not gonna like hit you in the face all of a sudden when you're so consumed by this one issue. So by simply just moving on to another case or another project, or just take a lunch at that point or a break, removing yourself from that situation and coming back to it, you can probably figure it, whatever it is that you need to figure out. So yeah. So communication, remember that we are human, and know when it's time to move on. All right. Until justice is served, I will be here answering your questions or whatever else that you need.